And here with the Arizona roofer, we're going to talk a little bit about asphalt sealant, okay? And this one is for AskARoofer. The question comes from Deborah Bozeman in Montana. I'm looking at her name here on this paper I've got written down. She's asked, I have a 75 square foot flat roof that has a membrane that's 25 years old. So let me say it's pretty good age on a roof like that. Look at my glasses are crooked. And I've never had sealer put on it. I was told to put a sealer on it. I was told not to put a sealer on it. Excuse me. Probably because of the age of the roof. I recently put a POC number 139 because of all the small cracks and leaks that have been happening. And that's a fibrous asphalt sealer. Do I need to put down granules on top of that, or can I seal it with a non-fibrous sealer like blackjack? I want to put down 2 coats because we shoveled snow off the roof and a snow load, so I put down non-fibrous asphalt over top. So can I put non-fibrous asphalt over the fibrous one? Okay, good question. And if any of you have an answer for that, you can put that down in the comments below and let us know what your thoughts are on this. So here's what I'm going to suggest. All right, so when you're dealing with a roof that's a 25-year-old roof membrane, I got to say that's pretty good lifespan on any roof membrane. So kudos to you for that roof membrane still being in service. Hopefully it can be restored. Now it's important that you always follow all the proper procedures so you can ensure that it has a long service life when you're applying any kind of sealant or coating or anything like that, for that matter. All those instructions can be found right on the can or on the manufacturer's website. So should you put granules on top? Oh yeah, absolutely. I would put granules on top of anything that I do that's asphaltic, because it helps protect the asphalt from any degradation from UV light, which is not so friendly with most asphalt materials. That's why shingles that's why shingles and rolled roofing have granules embedded in the surface of it. That's called the cap sheet. That's there to protect all the other asphalt from the sunlight. So should you put granules on it? Yeah, I think so. Now, if you wanted to put a non-fibrous asphalt like blackjack over an existing fibrous sealer, here's what I would suggest. You want to make sure that they're first compatible. Will they adhere to each other? This is something you're going to find out from the manufacturer. Probably just an email and you can find out. So you can check the manufacturer's guides, their specifications and guidelines, and they'll have recommendations pretty often on their website or on the can itself, or you can call them. And most manufacturers you'll find are pretty friendly and easy to talk to, and they're happy to give out information. They make that stuff, they love to talk about it, I tell you what. Now, your surface preparation, this is probably one of the most important, no, I'm not going to say probably, this is the most important thing you can do. There was an old saying when I was young and I used to want to be a painter, believe that. They said the job is in the prep, and it's absolutely true for every single job. So you have to make sure that the surface of the roof is clean and free of dust before you can apply anything to it at all. And then you may want to apply a primer to the surface of it, especially if it's recommended by the manufacturer. And then you can follow that by the top coat and then your granules on top of that, which you will toss into it, or as they say in the roofing world, broadcast them. We're going to broadcast the granules into that. So you get them in there, or you can take a little seed sprayer and you can spin it around, throw it around, just chuck it on there. Whatever you want to do, just make it nice and even. While it's still wet, and it'll dry into the coating. So, and then I would suggest that when you're putting down your coatings, yes, 2 layers, perfect, absolutely. And make sure that each one is dry before you put the next one on, or you're going to have some problems with adhesion. Now, I would say, given the age of the roof, like I said several times in this little short video, 25 years is a pretty good lifespan for any kind of roof membrane. I would venture a guess that if you had a professional over there, they'd probably want to replace it. So maybe consult with a professional before you do anything. See what they have to say. There may be a local consultant even in your area, a roofing contractor. Perhaps you can go to the IBEC website. That's IIBEC website, and see if there's any local consultants that might come over and take a peek at it for you. The consultant's not going to try and sell you a roof, so they'll give you a pretty honest opinion. What will they charge? I don't know. You have to find that out with them. And so yeah, it could work. You could definitely make it work with proper prep and proper application. and using a primer on that roof before you put anything down. I think so. It's very possible. So hopefully I gave you some useful information here. And if you are in the area there in Bozeman, Montana, Deborah, maybe you could, not you, Deborah, but anybody else who's there's a roofing professional, maybe put your notes, your comments down there. Let us know what you think. And if you have a question, you can always reach out to AskARoofer at www.askaroofer.com. Now, if you're in Arizona and you need help with a roof, you can reach out to me at my website at www.thearizonaroofer. I always do that. azroofexpert.com. That's theazroofexpert.com. Or you can call me at 480-435-5190. And you guys have a great day. Thank you, Deborah, for the question.